Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many L's the modern audience is going to possibly take over the last 30 days, but they have taken so many L's that I am starting to lose count. We are collecting W after W after W that I'm going to have to buy a whole nother bookcase in order to display them. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Girl Gamers has admitted defeat, and that is not a joke. They have admitted defeat, and they have removed the false copyright strike against Smash JT.
It's over. We're safe. I won.
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, we knew from the beginning that Black Girl Gamers was doing a bullshit copyright strike. We knew that. Everybody knew that. It was very clear that what Smash JT was doing was fair use. However, I honestly have an interesting theory as to what I believe is happening here in front of our eyes. So let's get into this article, guys, from smashjt.com. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push this out into that YouTube algorithm. Black Girl Gamers, false copyright strike update. Black Girl Gamers, false copyright strike on my channel mysteriously disappears. Now, Smash JT woke up to this whole, interaction where apparently now, instead of a strike pending or strike incoming, and he had 5 days to delete the video, now 2 days into it, it says not affected and everything is okay. And even monetization is turned on. So the strike is gone. The copyright claim is gone. And I have a couple of reasons why I think this might be the case. And I'm going to go into it before we read his article. So, in my opinion, and again, you have to think feminine warfare, kind of like what Atreya says all the time, right? Feminine warfare, think like a bitch, right? So what do you think happened? I think that they decided to copyright strike him in the hopes that he would delete the video himself. I think that this was a hit and run tactic, right? So they decided to copyright strike him, not necessarily thinking they were going to go through with it. The entire time they were never going to go through with it. They copyright striked him in the hopes that after a couple of days, he would start panicking and delete the video himself, essentially admitting guilt, right? Because if he were to delete the video himself, that would be admitting guilt to some extent, and that would also give them exactly what they wanted, which is the video gone and removed. They wanted him to get his hands dirty. They didn't want to get their hands dirty. Now, Black Girl Gamers is known for doing this because they did something similar to That Park Place, right? Where they sent out a legal letter to That Park Place and nothing happened from it, right? They did this whole crazy legal letter, this whole big legal threat with no weight to it whatsoever. They got a legal letter in return, essentially laughing at their entire legal letter. And they did nothing, right? Black Girl Gamers did absolutely nothing. They went back with their tail in between their legs, and they never did anything. So again, I don't think they ever planned to, right? This is about putting your chest out there and bluffing people, right? But unfortunately for them, Smash JT called their bluff. He said in his videos, that he's never going to delete the video. And I believe that these people actively watch our channels. Otherwise, they would not be able to copyright strike and complain and all that stuff. They actively watch our channels, so they know what we're saying. And they saw Smash JT very vehemently saying he's not going to delete the video and he's going to go to court over this shit. And Black Girl Gamers, a couple of days later, realizing that they weren't going to get what they wanted, they decided to remove the copyright strike and figure out what to do from there. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's my theory. I think this was a hit and run tactic from Black Girl Gamers. I think they went into this knowing that they were never going to fully copyright strike him, and they were hoping he was going to get his own hands dirty and delete it for them. In only what I can try to explain as a bizarre twist of events, the false copyright strike filed against my channel by Black Girl Gamers has mysteriously disappeared. After initially receiving an email notification from YouTube that my video was flagged with a copyright claim by BGG and threatened with removal on September 14, 2024, I braced myself for what I expected would be a long legal battle. I never received any follow-up communication from YouTube or BGG about the status of the strike. No emails, no updates, nothing. Yet as of this moment, the threat has straight up vanished, and the video is now displayed just like any other content on my channel, free from the shadow of an impending strike. So again, weirdest thing, right? And this doesn't just happen, right? Like YouTube, this is not a mistake. YouTube doesn't just randomly copyright strike you, and they don't just randomly remove a copyright strike. This is all happening from Black Girl Gamers. They're the ones that are in control of everything, the initial strike and the removal. So they had to strike him, and they also had to be the ones to remove it. And they removed it a couple of days later after doing it. This was all an attempt to try to silence the video. That was all it was. They wanted to silence it, even if it was temporarily. They wanted to silence it, and they were hoping that Smash JT would delete the video. But as you can see here from his email that he sent to Black Girl Gamers, he essentially told him to fuck off. It says, retract the strike claim immediately on the following Smash JT video, or I would be contacting my lawyer and pursuing legal action against your false copyright claim on my channel. Your abuse of the YouTube copyright strike system here, attempting to create a narrative and hide valid criticism and opinions of others, is a direct shot at the freedom of speech. This is not what the copyright system is intended for use, and you know that. This will be my only communication about this matter. Again, he was not going to back down. Very much obvious, and I am glad to see that they removed it. But you got to talk about the strategy behind this, right? I would almost guarantee that there is some little strategy behind hitting and running, right? Where they're going to try to copyright strike you, and then they're going to remove it. And later on, they're probably going to make a live stream video or statement or something about harassment or whatever from Smash JT. It's all to push that beautiful, beautiful thing called a narrative that they love to do because they had control over the narrative for years, and then they lost it. That's their fault. So then he says, what happened? Well, I can only speculate. It seems most likely that BGG retracted their strike after I made it clear that I was prepared to pursue legal action. They may have realized their case was non-existent, or maybe they feared the backlash from the community after being exposed for filing a frivolous claim. Then there's a distant possibility that YouTube themselves stepped in and canceled the claim directly after realizing that BGG's copyright strike, which claimed ownership over the entire video, was blatantly false and inappropriate, but I don't know. YouTube had nothing to do with this, right? YouTube doesn't care. YouTube is going to let the creators fight it out. Their copyright system is broken for a reason. This is a notoriously known thing. This has been happening for fucking years, right? Over a decade, probably. YouTube's copyright system is absolutely garbage, and it is not in the favor of the one being copyright struck. Somebody can flat out lie to YouTube, and it doesn't matter. They're still going to side with the person who files the copyright claim. It's weird, but it is true, right? They want nothing to do, anything to do with copyright strikes. They rather the court of law fight that over. So again, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Black Girl Gamers, it is very clear that what they did was a false copyright strike, and they didn't have the balls to go through with it for whatever reason, and they are clearly missing them. But I love to see this, man. This, and shout out to Alyssa Mercante. She quote tweeted Smash JT complaining about this, and she said, "I love the finding out part, but little does she know," like I said in my tweet right after I saw that from somebody sending me a screenshot of it, I said that, no, don't get it confused. This is not the finding out part. This is the fucking around part, right? What Black Girl Gamers was doing was the fucking around part. And what was about to happen was the finding out part. And, you know, of course, she probably didn't believe me when I said that, but little did she know, I was right yet again. So we found out exactly what happens when you fuck around, and it's never good. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.